first do or whatever, and they send you one of three series.
Okay.
Alright, so our first one will be England.
But was
Answer
okay.
questions or whatever.
So you answered questions that made them go, you know what? These guys don't want to try anything special. Their snack crate's going to be English bullshit.
It was like sweet and I don't know. It
Okay.
was...
Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. My wife orders a snack crate. The first month was supposed to be Hawaii. We're getting England. Ooh. But what's the next one coming?
Netherlands.
Netherlands. That one might be interesting. So that'll be some videos that show up on here. Anyway, today we have our first beer ever from 4 Degrees Brewing Company in Smiths Falls. You want to try some beer from Smiths Falls? Why not? Made with water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. My aunt lives in Smiths Falls.
My aunt and uncle live in Smiths Falls.
I wonder if your aunt and uncle know my aunt.
Which aunt?
You know which aunt.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. God, I hope not.
Anyway, this is the Lanark Highlanders Lager. The Lanark Highlanders is a rugby team in Smiths Falls. The Lanark Highlanders identify less with the ethnic connection to Scotland and more with the cultural ideas of the Highlanders. But that... what? Okay, their clannish devotion to tribe, their fierce independence, and hardihood, their propensity to rebel against tyrants. Wait. Are we saying that this rugby team rebels against tyrants? Fuck you guys. just seriously. They're what? What word is this? What word is this? Hey, what word is that?
Otherness?
Their otherness? Is that a word? Their otherness, okay. Gravitating towards democratic symbols of the North, the wild, the spirits of Celtic primitivism, as embodied in the Highlands of Scotland and echoed in the county of Lanark. Our motto, Ke Yal. They actually do tell you how to pronounce it properly. Okay. Takes from a Gaelic war cry, which translates to "We will not surrender." Keyal. Okay. There was a comment. Let's see what it was. By who? Can't remember. If you tell me the brewery, maybe it would jog my memory. But here we go. 4 Degrees Brewing, my first beer from them. I do have another beer from them to review as well, which is a 7% alcohol blonde, which worries the fuck out of me, to be honest, because I grew up in the Ottawa Valley. I'm excited that the Ottawa Valley is getting breweries. I'm not 100% excited for trying some of them because a lot of the ones I've had have been full of brewing faults, and being a product of the Ottawa Valley, I don't want to badmouth the Ottawa Valley, which just might happen. Slight hit to this nice golden color, bright white head scent. Movie theater popcorn. Movie theater popcorn. I mean, being a beer for a rugby team, meaning that it's probably the beer that's either served at the that's most likely served at the rugby games and is drank after the rugby games, okay. Maybe a brewing fault can be okay because, they're going the macro-esque route, but this isn't a great foray into this brewery. Just that first smell, because all I'm thinking of right now is Simcoe's Blue Elephant. And if this is anything like the Blue Elephant Brewery, I'm going to get angry. However, on their side, they aren't writing on their can, local just tastes better and shit like that while they're selling you a butter bomb. At least that's not happening. Let's try the beer. Cheers. Okay. Not as much flavor of butter as I thought there was going to be from the smell. There is a little bit of butterscotch, there's a little bit of movie theater butter. Um, Not overpowering. I might be able to get behind that. It ends with a slightly bitter, slightly medicinal, sweet flavor. It's this weird, almost like caffeine pill mixed with sugar. Oh, did your parents ever do that? They take like the Tylenol or whatever when you were a kid. I think it was Gravel that my mother used to do it for when you would get the Gravel pills, and she'd smush it all up and put some water and some sugar on it, and that's how she'd make you take the medicine. That's kind of what the back end of this tastes like, with some movie theater popcorn, well, butter, and a little bit of butterscotch, and a little bit of a tinny hoppiness.
The fuck?
That's disgusting, Andrew. What the fuck? What?
6-month-old pit bull puppy?
What the fuck?
I'm guessing that's dwarfism.
Brewed in Smiths Falls, sir. Brewed in Smiths Falls.
Let's
Um,
taste how bad this beer is that you're going on.
Okay. Make sure you can talk loud enough so the internet can hear you.
Ugh. That's gross.
Isn't it though? And here's the thing that really gets me excited. I have a 7% alcohol version of this beer to drink.
Ugh.
I don't like the 5% alcohol version.
Ugh. Ugh.
Now again, I'm from the Ottawa Valley. I'm from the area. I spent a lot of time in Smiths Falls with my aunt. I spent a lot of time in the Smiths Falls area with my family. I'm excited to have a brewery. I'm really hoping that this is just a lager problem. I mean, Plan B Beer Works in St. Catharines, great name by the way. Plan B Beer Works in St. Catharines, they could not make lagers properly. Anything blonde had a lot of off flavors, but anything else he made was pretty damn good. So what I'm hoping for here is that maybe Fourth Degree Brewing, or 4 degrees, is it four? It's 4 degrees, right? 4 degrees, not fourth degree. Yeah, 4 degrees. I'm hoping that that's the same type of thing. Anything blonde they can't do, which means the next one's going to be bad too. But that they can do other things. Because, excuse me, sorry. This is not a way to get somebody moving towards the craft beer and moving towards supporting local and all that. If you're giving them a beer, well, I mean, again, if you're just trying to get guys off of Bud and Coors and all that, maybe this would work. Maybe. But I don't even see the guys on the rugby team getting all excited about this beer. Do you? I can't see them after working really, really hard and all that, going out to the bar and going, "Give me a Lanark Highlanders lager." Rah, rah, rah. I can't see them doing that because you might as well just get a cold Bud. It's not going to taste like anything. Now, That being said, I don't drink my beer cold, so who knows? Maybe this was better cold. But if you drink all your beers cold, you're never really getting all the full flavors, so I don't do that. Plus, I'm not allowed to take up the whole fridge. Um, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I have, Andrew. Okay. Now, I know I've said a lot of derogatory things about this beer. Is it the worst beer I've ever had? No. Is it the worst craft lager I've ever had? No. Is it a craft lager I would ever buy again? No. Is it a craft lager I drink again? Well, that's a trick question because I have to say yes to that because I have one more bottle of it, because, well, one more can of it because they send you two. So I will have to drink it again at some point. But do I want to drink it again? No. So that makes it hard, right? Because under five is I don't want to drink it again. But does it have enough brewing faults and other such things in it that I could give it under a five? I've had a lot worse. And that's the sad thing. I've had a lot worse. So I just don't know. I don't want this anymore. I will give it. The more I drink it, the less I taste the butter and the butterscotch. And the more I just taste that slight sweetness, that slight tinniness, and that just weird bitterness on the back end. So the more I drink it, the more I can accept it, but I don't like it. Okay, we have some more in the can, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to check what comment. I think it was Andrew that made the comment because I saw the little color of the avatar. I'm going to check that comment. Then we will look at chugging the rest of this, and then we will give our rating. I almost want to drink the Tiger Balm that's beside me instead of this. 1 star, maybe. I don't see. That's the problem, right? I don't want to give it like a 1 out of 10, even though realistically I hate this beer. But it doesn't have as many faults as some of the beers I've had in the past. It I've had a lot worse beers and I've had a lot worse brewed beers. I just I don't I don't like this. I don't even want to chug it, but I'm going to because I'm Irish and I can't waste beer. Right, honey? Right, honey. I love you too. That's great. I love you as well. Oh, that's great. I love you. Okay. Can I talk to you later? Yeah, we'll talk. Nothing? Nothing? She's just wearing my shirts. She wears my shirts. That's all she does. She wears my shirts. Here we go. I don't want to do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Chugging it reminds me of some middling lagers. Sipping on it was not good. Chugging it was fine. I do think, again, if this was cold, it would go down a lot easier. I think it would go down with a lot less problems. I wouldn't find as many faults in it. I think a lot of my faults are personal faults. I have some paradigms shooting off in my head right now. Not always the greatest thoughts on some of these beers. 4 Degrees Brewing, don't take this the wrong way. I'm sure there's a lot of people that love this beer because this is what I always get from a lot of these smaller breweries. A lot of breweries that don't know me personally yet. How dare you say anything bad about my beer? There's hundreds of people that love my beer. That's fine. I don't. Like I said, I'm worried that I'm hopeful that it's not all your beers that I would dislike. I'm hoping that it's just this one. I'm hoping I like that 7% alcohol one. I'm fearful I'm not going to, but I'm hopeful that I will. Um, out of 10, out of 10. And again, this is my personal ratings, and the way I usually go is like 0, 0 to like 2.5 is I will never drink this bullshit again. 2.75 to 4.75 is if I was given a life or death situation, I would drink it again. 5 to 6.75 is you buy it. If you buy it, I'll drink it. And 7 and up is I would actively spend my money on it again. I think this beer is worth a 3 out of 10, so 1.5 stars out of 5 if you're going that route. I don't want to drink it ever again, but it's not the worst thing I've ever had. So if I had to drink it, I would drink it. I have no desire to ever drink it again, and sadly, I have one more can. Maybe I convince my daughter to drink it. Drank many sours? Yes. I love a lot of sours. Not a lot of kettle sours. I usually love sours that are done naturally. Kettle sours uh, don't always work out for me. They come off with a lot of perm chemical flavor. But true wild ales, I love. And that's the thing, Andrew. I don't know for sure if it's a bad beer. It does have the majority of those two flaws are on the scent more so than the flavor, but the flavor just you mix that scent in with the flavor, it ain't good. It looks good. It looks the part. It looks like a blonde lager. It does. Um, it's not overly hoppy for a blonde lager. It is hoppier than most macro blonde lagers, but it's not overly hoppy for the style. It's not overly flavorful for the style, but it's not a flavor I care for. Um, yeah. Has anything else? I'm just going to go to bed probably. We'll do a few more beers maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll do an energy drink. Get myself all bubbly for when I go into work. Wouldn't Ashley like that? Me all bubbly, bubbly. My wife's ignoring me. She's really good at ignoring me. This is what she did. She married me to ignore me. That's what she did. She married me just to ignore me. She's still over there ignoring me. I kind of want to throw my underwear at her. Now I'm getting the side eye. Anyway, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Au revoir, abiento. See you soon. Bye-bye. Have a lovely night, Andrew.